Ahojte kamaráti, vítame vás pri ďalšej epizóde nášho podcastu. Dnes si opäť predstavíme úspešného recitátora Jána Jankuru, ktorý sa vám predstaví so svojou básňou v anglickom podaní.
The Straw, the Coal and the Bean by Brothers Grimm. In a village lived a poor old woman who had gathered together a dish of beans and wanted to cook them. So she made a fire on her hearth, and that might burn it quicker, she lighted with a handful of straw. When she was emptying the beans into the pan, one dropped without her seeing it and lay on the ground beside the straw. And soon afterwards, a burning coal from the fire leapt down to the two. The straw began and said, "Dear friends, where do you come from?" The coal replied, "I fortunately sprang out of the fire, and if I had not escaped by sheer force, my death would have been certain. I should have been burned to ashes." The bean said, "I too escaped with a horse skin, but if the old woman had got me into the pan, I should have been made into broth without any mercy, like my comrades." "And would a better fate have befallen me?" said the straw. "The old woman destroyed all my brothers and sisters in fire and smoke. She seized 60 of them and took their lives. I luckily slipped through her fingers." "But what are we to do now?" said the coal. "I think," answered the bean, "that as we have so fortunately escaped death, we should keep together as a good friends, and because a new trouble could find us here, we should go away into a foreign country." The idea pleased the two others, and they set out on their way together. Soon, however, they came into a little brook, and as there was no bridge or footplank, they did not know how them to get over it. The straw hit on good idea and said, "I will lay myself straight across, and then you can walk on me as on a bridge." The straw therefore stretched itself from one bank to the other, and the coal, who was brave, tripped onto the newly built bridge. But as she had reached the middle, she was, after all, afraid, and stood still. The straw, however, began to burn, broke in 2 pieces, and fell into the stream. The coal slipped after her, hissed when she got into water, and breathed her last. The bean could not but laugh at the event, and laughed so heartily that she burst. Fortunately, a tailor was traveling in a search of work, and he pulled out his needle and thread and sewed her together. The bee thanked him the most prettily, but as the tailor used black thread, all beans since then have a black seam.
Ďakujeme. Môžem sa ťa teraz pýtať nejaké otázky?
Jasné, pýtaj sa.
O čom bol tento príbeh?
No vlastne, ono to je veľmi divný príbeh, lebo asi v slovenčine by sa takýto príbeh nevyskytol. Ono to bolo o slame, o fazuli a uhli. A oni utekli takej starej, chudobnej babke a oni sa potom vybrali vlastne na cestu okolo sveta, lenže tam nastali problémy a tá slama aj s tým uhlím vlastne zomreli. A tá fazuľa sa vlastne tak smiala, že proste pukla. A potom okolo išiel krajčír a ju znova prišiel ku sebe. Hovorím, lebo je to veľmi divný príbeh. No a bol som s touto ukážkou umiestnil som sa na toto vystrihneme. No a umiestnil som sa s touto ukážkou na celoslovenskom kole v anglickej súťaži Jazykový kvet.
Kde sa uskutočnila táto súťaž?
Táto súťaž bola v Nitre a ja som si cestu do Nitry naozaj veľmi užil a stalo sa to aj na fakulte, sa konala táto súťaž a bolo to veľmi zaujímavé, keďže som bol asi prvýkrát na fakulte. A možno ten výlet bol preto aj taký dobrý, lebo sme mali na obedčínu, takže teraz neviem.
Chcel by si recitovať ešte aj v iných jazykoch?
No, tak určite by som v budúcnosti skúsil nemčinu, možno prípadne španielčinu alebo taliančinu, ale najviac by som ostal pri tej angličtine a slovenčine.
Ďakujeme ti veľmi pekne a prajeme ti veľa úspechov v recitovaní v cudzích jazykoch.
Ďakujem vám a čaute.